Okay, so in this video, we're gonna go ahead and talk about adding some details. So by this point, you should have a rough idea of what you're creating or what theme you're doing with your pinch pots. I'm gonna start with just some of our extra clay, all right? Again, we can do some small coils for some decorations. So you can use that. So I'm just gonna roll a small coil. You can create some eyes doing the coil method. It is completely up to you. So I'm just gonna show you a couple things that you can do. So I'm gonna roll a thin coil just off to the side. You can shape some eyes. Maybe that's a little too big, but maybe if we add a slab behind it, you can make that work into an eye. If you're doing some type of animal, maybe this could possibly be a tail if you attach it. So that's another option. Or we can do, so I'm gonna start creating a slab, just a small slab. I'm just kind of pressing down my clay. You can use a slab roller, or I'm just taking my needle tool here. So I'm just doing something small and creating my little slab this way. And remember, we're going to want to smooth out our slab. And I'm going to draw directly on my slab with my needle tool. Okay, so just move it to the side. So you can use the slab for many different things. You can create it for small details. You can use it to create eyes. So I'm just gonna sketch out an eye here. Okay, I kind of like that shape, so I'm gonna just go ahead and cut it. Now, when attaching details, remember that anything that we attach to our clay, we want to make sure that we slip and score. So if I were attaching this eye to my pinch pot, I would score the back of my eye. Now, it doesn't look like an eye, but you know, eventually draw on some details here. So you can also carve directly onto this if you wanted to create some texture. So do remember that one of the things that we do want you guys to use or incorporate into your pinch pot somehow is some type of texture. So, and you can do that by directly carving into your pinch pot if that's what you want to do. So I'm gonna smooth that out just because that's not what I'm trying to do, but that is an option for you. Okay, so yep, just remember anything that we are attaching, we have to score, slip and score. So I'm lightly dabbing it. To score the area where you're gonna attach. Lightly dabbing it again to add my slip, and then I'm slightly pressing it, and then after that's nice and secure, I can go ahead and smooth out some of those areas around my eye. So that's one way that you can do your eye. Of course, this is kind of a funky shape, but just remember as you're working with your decorations, that you need to make sure that you are slipping and scoring everything that you add to your pinch pot. And then then taking that extra step to make sure that we're securing anything that we're attaching. So I want to use this tool, and I'm gonna start blending my two clays together to make sure everything is nice and secure. You can see how I'm starting to blend this, but yeah. So once you get to this point, you can go ahead and start adding some details. Have fun with it. Do your best. We don't expect these to be perfect.